Right now, the way judges can set bail in the state is changing thanks to Wisconsin voters, what it means going forward.
Plus, county jails struggling to find and retain staff, how a newly signed bill could fix those issues.
My child has been trying to heal for longer than you're trying to put him in jail.
And later, a mother looking for justice. News 3 investigates why a man who sexually assaulted a toddler was not registered as a sex offender.
Welcome to News 3 now at 6.
We saw the power of the vote take over on Tuesday, amending the state's constitution. Wisconsinites overwhelmingly voting in favor of this amendment here.
And what does that amendment do? Well, it fundamentally changes how bail is set in Wisconsin. With more on what that means is our political reporter, Will Keneally, who joined us live from the Capitol. Will?
Eric and Charlotte, this all deals with what a judge can do when setting bail. So right now, a judge can only set the dollar amount for bail to ensure that a defendant returns to court for their trial. But under the change approved by Wisconsin voters this Tuesday, judges can now do more to set bail. They can look at whether a defendant will pose a threat to the community and raise bail based on those conditions. Now, supporters say that that helps match the dollar amount with the threat that a defendant could pose, while others say that it just benefits wealthy defendants who can pay.
From my perspective, I really question the wisdom of this amendment in terms of its stated goal. Its stated goal was to increase public safety.
Some judges feel that they cannot order cash or hire cash because of what the Wisconsin Constitution said. And so that creates new victims, it creates new cases.
Even 3 days of detention is enough to cause serious harm to people.
We don't want to have defendants just sitting in court on cash without their cases getting towards resolution. So there are remedies for that.
So president of the DA Association, Eric Toney there, says that defendants can petition to have bail reduced or also to speed up the trial if prosecutors are taking too long. But UW-Madison professor John Gross says that that just adds another barrier for defendants and keeps them incarcerated while they are making that petition. Now, the change doesn't go into effect right away. It still has to be cleared by the State Elections Commission. So once the State Elections Commission certifies the state election results from Tuesday, then the amendment will likely go into effect. That will expect to happen no later than May 15th. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Well, thanks. Let's check your first warning forecast now. Here is Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, still a little breezy in the backyard, but we had the benefit of sunshine all day today. Let's take a look at visible cloud track, and you can see what I mean. We were in between clouds to our southeast and clouds and snow cover to our north and west. But most of Wisconsin in the clear right now with plenty of sunshine. These are current wind gusts. They're in the 15 to 25 mile per hour range for the most part. So they're down from yesterday, but still a little breezy out here. High temperatures here in Madison, we made it to 50. Janesville hit 54. Most areas were in the upper 40s to around 50. These are current temperatures. We dropped to 48 in Madison. Janesville's down a couple degrees to 52, but it's already in the middle 40s north of the Dells. Here in Dane County, 49 right now in Deerfield, 50 in Stoughton, and 49 in McFarland. Look for skies to be mostly clear this evening. Temperatures will drop into the upper 30s, about 38 by 10 p.m. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes milder weather as we head toward the Easter weekend.
Gary, thank you. And public works crews in Beloit will start collecting tree limbs and branches that were downed during recent severe weather. City crews will only collect storm debris that's left on the curb of residential properties. Beloit's Director of Parks and Recreation says the city will be offering the debris pickup service through the month of April. If you have debris you want picked up, the city is asking people to call the number there at the bottom of your screen to help them schedule their cleanup efforts.
A Madison man charged for a deadly crash on Schrader Road last year has pleaded guilty to a hit-and-run charge as part of a plea deal. Sedarius Goodall pled guilty to a felony charge of hit-and-run involving death during this plea hearing. As part of the agreement, prosecutors dismissed additional charges of hit-and-run and homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle. A sentencing date has not yet been scheduled. On the day of the crash, surveillance video shows Goodall crashing into a vehicle carrying 14-year-old Jeremiah Broomfield. Broomfield was killed and 2 others in the vehicle were hospitalized. Investigators estimate Goodall was going roughly 90 miles an hour at the time of the crash.
At a time when staffing shortages have caused headaches for county sheriff's offices across the state, a new bill signed by Governor Evers this week could be a remedy.
The new bill is aimed at helping county jails find and keep staff. Braden Ross joins us to explain how. Braden?
Right now, jail staff who are also certified law enforcement officers can get certain benefits that non-law enforcement staff don't, things like earlier retirement and on-duty disability benefits. Under this new law, jailers that aren't certified law enforcement officers will also be able to claim those benefits, something sheriff's offices hope will keep and attract them to the profession. Dane County Sheriff Calvin Barrett was a strong supporter of the bill and says he's glad to know everyone working in jails will be given the same benefits.
There are counties throughout the state of Wisconsin that don't have sworn law enforcement officers working in their jails, and now those county jailers have access or the ability to opt in to receive that protective status.
The bill comes at a time when jails across the state are having trouble getting and keeping staff. Back in August, the Greene County Jail announced that they would have to send female residents to Iowa County due to staffing shortages. They still haven't brought them back. And in Dane County, Sheriff Barrett cited staffing concerns when deciding to close a portion of his jail. The bipartisan bill passed in both the Assembly and the Senate unanimously with strong support from law enforcement communities.
Braden, thanks. A Janesville nonprofit that provides services to people with disabilities and disadvantages is opening a sensory room. SSM Health is providing money to Can Do Industries for this sensory room. It creates a sense of calm and stimulates exploration and development for those with sensory disorders or learning disabilities like autism or dementia.
And I think when we think about mental health, we often think about a therapist in a room with a patient. And instead, we wanted to get outside of the box a little bit for this. And so the sensory room, it's not a therapist sitting across a room while someone's sitting on a couch, but it's a beanbag, different lights and stimulation, and a calming space for folks. And that's mental health too.
Can Do is now identifying clients who may benefit from regularly using this dedicated space where sensory regulation can be achieved. Still ahead, the FDA makes its final decision on whether to withdraw approval of a drug to reduce preterm birth.
Plus, with temperatures getting a little warmer, ticks are starting to emerge. The new warning of a rise in reported cases of a disease that ticks can spread. That's next.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Waunakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Outlets at the Dells, an attraction not to be missed. With over 60 of the world's biggest brands, we thrill family vacationers, trendsetters, and all who love a smokin' hot discount. We are all about the thrill of the deal, the joy of finding the thing you forgot to pack, the swimsuit that's the hit of the park, the dress that makes you walk with swagger, and the discounts that no one else can touch. Save even more with 25% off and get a free Outlets gift card. Visit outletsatthedells.com for coupon and details.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you. With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Team, I need a volunteer. We need promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes promotional product success easy. For high-quality items, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Waunakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. The FDA is withdrawing approval of a drug meant to reduce the risk of preterm birth. McKenna was approved more than a decade ago, but the FDA says the drug is not effective and the benefits of taking it do not outweigh the risks. Generic versions of the drug are also no longer approved. The maker of the drug says it is moving to withdraw the medication from the market after the FDA said it was not effective.
As the weather starts to warm up, ticks are becoming more active as they do. And this year there is a new warning about a disease that ticks can spread. Babesiosis is usually caused by a parasite that can get into your red blood cells and cause a serious, sometimes fatal infection. The CDC says there was a significant rise in cases in the Northeast and also the Midwest in the U.S. over the last decade.
You're immunocompromised or don't have a functioning spleen, disease can become quite serious and can even result in death.
The CDC says most of the time it takes a tick 36 to 48 hours or more to transmit the disease. Severity of symptoms varies, but tend to be flu-like and can include loss of appetite and fatigue. If you have any symptoms of tick-borne illness after you've had exposure to a tick, you can see your healthcare provider and you should do so immediately. Coming up, a 3-year-old toddler sexually assaulted, but the person charged is not on the sex offender registry.
When we come back, a look into what happened and the complexities of child sex crimes.
And temperatures are cool now with that breeze out there, but a warm-up is on the way. Gary with his complete forecast next.
Celebrate Easter weekend with a massive 3-day savings event at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Shop Friday, Saturday, and Monday for rock-bottom prices on top brand appliances, plus low monthly payment options and free delivery in 3 days or less at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Annette and I'm an actress. Under eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. They're so hard to hide and so hard to get rid of. I came across Plexiderm and I was so excited. We have a model, his name is Richie, and all he's doing is taking a small amount. It's so powerful, that's all it takes. And what I love about Plexiderm is this is something that you can do in the convenience of your own home. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." It's a cream, it's a topical, it literally creates an invisible layer that tightens the skin and smooths it out. All you do is gently rub it underneath your eyes, on your fine lines and wrinkles, and it visibly disappears in as little as 10 minutes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
I can't even believe that this worked. I was a little skeptical, I am not going to lie, because I saw people online with it and I'm like, yeah, right, that can't possibly work. I'm telling you, it really works.
I thought I might see a little difference, but to see that big of a difference, I have so many dark circles, I have the puffiness, I have the lines, like, it's amazing.
You have an event, you have any of those moments where you want to feel the best about yourself, I am telling you, the videos that you see on social media and TV are real.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Celebrate Easter weekend with a massive 3-day savings event at Ashley. Shop Friday, Saturday, and Monday for rock-bottom prices and bonus discounts on closeout items. Plus low monthly payment options and free delivery in 3 days or less. All at Ashley.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
After a toddler was sexually assaulted in Poynette, the perpetrator's name did not make the sex offender registry, and now the toddler's mom sees that as a miscarriage of justice.
We're not including the offender's name due to his age at the time of the offense. Our Catherine Merck has this story.
She's in dance. She's just the ball of life.
Brianna Klein's daughter Blake is your typical 3-year-old.
Like the definition of the little cheerleader kid, you know?
Her mother would leave her where she thought it was safe, her babysitter's home.
Blake was all for it. Blake adored her.
One day last January, after a day of babysitting, this child's passing thought would eventually turn into a police investigation.
And she's like, oh, we did this craft. And she was showing me the pictures. And she's like, and we baked together. And she was telling me all the things they did. And then she literally just, like, in the middle of a conversation, no thought about it, she's like, and then took me to his bed.
The court records tell the story. We're choosing not to say the graphic details of the child's story on TV. The perpetrator said he'd been walked in on during a sexual act. Brianna called the police and took her child to a doctor.
She got a rape kit done. They found fluid on her stomach and her vagina. They told me it would be a while before I got the results. I think it was almost a year later.
The results were enough evidence to charge the 17-year-old with first-degree child sexual assault, sexual contact with the child under 13. Then came the plea deal, a Class D and F felony instead, and a deferred prosecution agreement. He got 6 months in jail and 5 years probation.
My child has been trying to heal for longer than you're trying to put him in jail.
It's not just the sentence that's upset this mother. It's the fact that he isn't a registered sex offender.
I'm pushing for the sex offender registry. I feel like that's the most important.
Prosecuting child sexual assault cases can be difficult and leave many, including Brianna, unsatisfied.
I feel like sex offenders get a lot less punishment than other crimes.
News 3 Now Investigates asked the district attorney involved in this case and an unaffiliated attorney that works with child sexual assault cases about why this happened. The 3-year-old victim's ability to take the stand is one factor.
Even if the child is able to tell their whole story and the jury comes back and says not guilty, or if the child gets up there and freezes and can't say anything and we have to dismiss because we can't prove it, we get nothing.
Mentally, physically, emotionally, like we could not ask her to do that after everything she's already been through.
Another significant part of the case includes the offender's age.
Despite the fact that 17-year-olds are considered adults in our criminal justice system, they're not considered adults in any other capacity.
For someone who is 18 years old to now have a felony conviction for the rest of their life is pretty significant.
It's a problem many victims of child sex crimes can speak to. This mother feels her daughter wasn't given justice.
I've heard that from victims in other cases before. It seems like the defendant has more rights than I do. Why do they get more protections than I do? And that's a difficult conversation that we have to have sometimes, you know, and I don't expect victims to understand that.
Prosecutors point out the sex offender registry isn't legally a form of punishment and comes with other drawbacks.
Putting somebody on the list, you're basically limiting their opportunities to participate in society. Do we want to knock them out being able to go to college if that's what his trajectory is, or going to trade school, or getting a job?
The district attorney says he could end up on the list in the future if he breaks the conditions of his deferred prosecution agreement. As for this 3-year-old, her mother says she doesn't want another child's initial passing thought to eventually leave another parent feeling unsatisfied.
I'm terrified to see his name in a newspaper again next to another little girl's name because nobody listened.
I reached out to the offender's attorney asking for comment. In part of his statement, he told me this: the offender was treated appropriately by the criminal justice system, which exists to rehabilitate people, not lock them up and throw away the key. Brianna Klein's mother tells me her daughter is still in therapy after the January 2022 assault. For News 3 Now Investigates, I'm Catherine Merck.
Catherine, thank you. Moving to the weather now. Take a look at this video. This is out of North Dakota. And this is a video of 2 plows clearing the interstate I-94 of snow. Winter storms over the last couple days there covered parts of North Dakota and also Minnesota from anywhere between 8 and 20 inches of snow. Officials in Adams and Columbia County are urging people to prepare for possible spring flooding. The Wisconsin River is expected to rise considerably there due to the recent rainfall and our rising temperatures resulting in melting the snow that is left over northern Wisconsin. Officials want to remind people that floodwaters move quickly and can have deceptively strong currents. People in Adams County can request sandbags by calling Adams County Emergency Management. Meanwhile, those in Columbia County should call the Highway Department to between 8:30 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon. Temperatures getting warmer as we head for the weekend. Here's Gary with his complete forecast.
Yeah, we can use the dry weather. There are river flood warnings for the Wisconsin River around Portage. That's typical this time of year, but again, as the snow melts in the northern part of the state where there's been a lot of snow this winter, that will work its way down the Wisconsin River and continue to cause flooding problems. Any additional rainfall could also cause issues. Also, the Fox River up near Berlin, also flood warning there. Parts of the lower Fox River in Racine and Kenosha counties and the Wolf River up in the Fox Valley are under flood warnings as well. 3 things you need to know in our forecast, though. It'll be cool tomorrow, just not as chilly as today. Today we had a high of 50. Tomorrow will probably be in the mid-50s, but the mild weather trend will continue. We'll be in the 60s for the weekend and the 70s for most of next week, and it'll be mainly dry. Just an outside chance of a shower Sunday night into Monday morning. Other than that, you'll have to wait till next weekend for rain. Easter Sunday, also looking pretty good as well. Right now I'm thinking high temperature of around 64 degrees, variably cloudy skies, so a mix of sun and clouds, but right now, should be dry during the day on Easter. And the high temperature trend over the next 10 days, you can see near normal tomorrow, but above normal every single day after that. Even when we turn a little cooler for next weekend, temperatures will still be above average, but these highs on Thursday and Friday, about 20 degrees above normal. And the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook continues that trend. This is through April 20th, calling for above normal temperatures for the eastern 3/4 of the country. The colder than normal weather shifts out to the west, so that storm track is going to be more in the center part of the country than over the Midwest. To our east, conditions expected to stay warm and dry with very little in the way of precipitation. Most of the shower and thunderstorm activity will mainly be to our west, but again, we'll get in on some of that as we head toward next weekend. But in the short term, the showers and storms that came through with the severe weather from Tuesday into early Wednesday morning, all those showers and storms are now down near the Gulf Coast or into the southeastern part of the country. Our upper level winds coming from the northwest. There's a little weather system just to our west that is triggering some showers, but the air across Wisconsin is pretty dry. That's why we had clear skies for today. So this front, which is just more of a wind shift than anything else, has the coldest air up to the north, and that's mainly over the snow cover. To the south, winds are already becoming southerly in the plains, but it'll take a couple of days to get more mild conditions in here. But right now, temperatures still kind of chilly across our part of the Midwest. 48 in Madison, but below freezing over parts of northern Wisconsin and the western UP of Michigan, where there's still about a foot of snow on the ground. Plenty united across Dane County. Low temperature 26 in Waterloo, 27 in Cottage Grove, 27 in Verona, with clear skies, some clouds toward morning across the rest of southern Wisconsin. 30 for the low in Monroe and 24 for the low in Camp Douglas. For tomorrow, look for mostly sunny or partly sunny skies, not as chilly as today. High temperature at 54 degrees in our first warn 7 to 10 day forecast. Notice that temperature increase, a couple of degrees each day, but what you don't see is really any precipitation other than an outside chance of a shower Sunday night into Monday morning until we get toward next weekend, and even then it'll be chances for showers and thunderstorms.
Tomorrow night is going to be a historic one for the Janesville Jets. When we return, Zach Hanley tells us why, so stay with News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Save big this Easter weekend, Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Cooked smoked ham portions, just $1.49 a pound. Bird's Eye steamed fresh vegetables, just 88 cents. And 5 pounds of potatoes, only $1.99. Only at Hy-Vee.
If your house was cold this winter, it's going to be hot this summer. And now's the time to get your home more energy efficient. It's National Insulation Month, and we're celebrating by giving you savings of $2,000. And just in time before you get those big summer electric bills. Spring's booking quickly, so don't wait to insulate. Call now and save up to $2,000 during National Insulation Month.
USA Insulation.
You know, some old cowboys said if you climb in the saddle, you best be ready for the ride. I think that old cowboy was talking about the Midwest Horse Fair coming to Madison, Wisconsin, April 14th through the 16th. You best saddle up for a little family time with hundreds of horses, English, Western, and a big old rodeo. Hundreds of shopping vendors, and fill your belly with some of the tastiest food in the Midwest. Get your tickets before they're gone. Visit MidwestHorseFair.com.
Team, I need a volunteer. We need promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes promotional product success easy. For high-quality items, go to 4imprint.com.
4 Imprint for certain.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Protect your vehicle's outdoor equipment and more with Shelter Logic storage products. Both our garages and sheds can be assembled quickly to block harmful UV rays while protecting your investments. And you'll be sure to enjoy your backyard get-togethers, rain or shine, with a Shelter Logic canopy. Large or small, we carry a storage solution to meet your needs. Right now, a 6-leg gazebo canopy is just $99.99 after 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Save big this Easter weekend, Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. 8-ounce New York strips, just $5.99. Nabisco crackers, just $1.99. And 6-pack Pepsi products, only $2.75 each when you buy 4. Only at Hy-Vee.
Tomorrow, Josh takes you on a dazzling trip through a flight of lights.
And we unwrap a warning about some of those chocolate treats in your child's Easter basket.
And after a couple of cool days, we do have a big warm-up in store next week. Join us tomorrow morning between 4:30 and 7.
History will be made on Friday when the Janesville Jets start Annalise Bergman in goal. She'll be the first woman from the United States to play a junior hockey game. And as Zach Hanley found out, when Bergman takes the ice, she won't be just playing for herself.
Playing hockey with boys is nothing new to Annalise Bergman.
I fell in love immediately with it. My brothers played. I wanted to be just like them.
And neither is the big stage. She's already helped Team USA earn a silver and bronze medal at the Women's World Championships.
She's earned this opportunity. It's not like we just picked her up from the bus stop and know nothing about her and just throwing her in a junior hockey game.
And in her next start between the pipes, Annalise will make history.
This has kind of been like my dream since I was little. I've always wanted to play in a league, you know, no other girl has. So to get the opportunity means everything.
Becoming the first woman to play in the NAHL.
It's something she's definitely earned and deserves, so I don't look at it as anything different other than it's just a goalie that hasn't been with us all year, and she's going to come compete and give us an opportunity to win a hockey game.
But Friday is bigger than just a hockey game. When she puts on the Jets sweater, she's not only doing it for herself.
You know, I got goosebumps when you said that, just because that really is my goal. I just want to, you know, inspire the girls' game, hopefully across the country, and just if you can get girls starting to play and just continue to grow the way that it is, it's going to be awesome.
The magnitude of it is pretty substantial, and the doors that she's potentially going to open and show to other little girls out there that the sky's the limit if you work for it, right?
But the next generation of Annalise Bergmans watching her from the stands.
It's undescribable, kind of, just because this has always been my goal. And so to be here, it's, you know, just get to work and hopefully play the best that I can and inspire some girls in the stands.
The 87th Masters is underway at Augusta National. The first round finished up just moments ago. Here's a look at the leaderboard. Tied atop is Victor Hovland, John Rahm, and Brooks Koepka. All three are 7 under overall. And after a 5-bogey, 3-birdie afternoon, that puts Tiger 2 over and tied for 54th. Round 2 tees off tomorrow at 7 a.m.
All right, Jordan, thank you. Let's get to Gary, a final check of the forecast.
Lots of sunshine out there. There's a live view from the WISC-TV Skycam. Clear skies across south central Wisconsin, southwestern Wisconsin, pretty much the same story. There's a live view from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam. It'll be a pretty sunset this evening. Wind gusts continue to come down right now. They're mainly in the 20 to 25 mile per hour range where they're occurring at all. The stronger winds have shifted up into Door County and northeastern Wisconsin. Those winds will die down pretty quickly after sunset. Current temperatures in the 40s for the most part. Janesville still hanging on at 52 degrees, but across Dane County now down to 49 degrees in Verona, 49 in Mount Horeb, and 48 degrees in Sun Prairie. Look for skies to be mostly clear this evening. Temperatures dropping to about 38 degrees by late evening. And at 10, I'll take a look at the Easter holiday forecast, a little more detailed.
All right, Katie, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.